We have persistent inequality in this country, and my team has been looking for levers that can do that, and we believe in expanding EITC. I can go you a lot of policies, but one of the things that bothers me most about this country is not the persistent wealth gap, which is a problem, but the persistent racial wealth gap.
Right.
And we have cities in America like Boston where the average white family's wealth is about $280,000.
Yeah.
The average black family's wealth is $8. I mean, we are. My father said this to me painfully. He died 6 days before I was elected to the United States Senate. Most hopeful man I've ever met. He was born poor in the Deep South, segregated community, to a single mom who couldn't take care of him. And he comes so far, and he said to me, I fear that I've gone to a point in this country where a kid born like me, and 70% of my kids are born like my dad, poor to a single mom, in a segregated community. New Jersey is, I think, about the 5th most segregated state in the nation because of our very racist laws going into the 1970s that tried to stop black families like me moving into white communities. And he moaned, said a kid born like me would be better off being born in 1936 than today. Now, I'm a data guy, so when I was married, so I was saying, God we trust, but everybody else bring me data, show me the numbers. On a lot of indices, my dad's right. And one of them is the fact that the wealth gap was closing between blacks and whites, but now it's back to where it was around the time I was born. Right. So Baby Bonds basically says that every child born in this country should have a stake in this economy. And wealth is important. People live paycheck to paycheck know that they don't have any wealth to fall back on for emergency or to invest in the kind of things that deepen wealth. Now, black communities were denied programs that people brag about as pathways to the middle class, from GI Bill to Social Security was written in a way to exclude professions where blacks. There's a lot of things that help people sort of build wealth. FHA loans and the like were denied African Americans. One of the reasons why we have persistent wealth inequalities today. And so this would help put a deposit in every child who would get an account, a baby bond, and every year, depending on your wealth of your family, like the EITC measures, you would get deposits. Youngest kids would get up to. The poor kids from the lowest income families would get up to $50,000 by the time they're 18 to do things that build generational wealth, to start a business, to go to college, to buy a home. And it's one of those levers. Archimedes, I guess, said something like, give me the right lever, I can change the world. Yeah. This is for those of us who want to see persistent racial inequality addressed in this country. It's one of those things that would do that. Plus, for low-income families in general, it would give them a stake and a leg up.